We're live.
Yeah, that's why I said we're ready, and I clicked.
Hello.
Hello.
We're. Let me try that again. Hello.
Hello.
Brayden Harrington here with Davey Portman for upNXT, postwrestling.com. You can find us on Stitcher, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, if that's still a thing.
YouTube,
Spotify. That's right. Yes, wherever you get your podcasts. Honestly, we're the NXT guys. We do NXT shows every Thursday. We review and chat about it with you fine people. We're here in the BDE.
I tell you where you can't find us.
Where?
And that is out wide open on August 10th if you haven't bought a ticket.
Oh.
Because we are sold out.
We're sold out, baby. That's right. We're sold out. We sold out our first ever show.
Yeah.
We did it. We did it. That's right. Up high.
Thank you very much, guys, for buying tickets.
We're super excited.
We were like, we had an aim of like 2 people. And you've exceeded that.
No, we said if we get 10 people coming, it's a success.
Yeah.
And well, we've blown that out of the water.
Yeah.
So August 10th in the 6th, SummerSlam weekend, if you're not coming and you chose to go to other things, well, enjoy those things. But it won't be a party like the BDE.
Yeah.
And that is undisputed. We sold out. We're going to be doing a Q&A. We're going to be doing a live watch along of what you think is the greatest match, potentially.
We're going to have the greatest tournament of the summer. No, it's not the G1. It's the very first upNXT Mario Kart tournament.
I'm going to be like Okada in the G1. Just going to
win, and then lose.
Oh.
Is that it?
Don't say that. I'm winning the whole thing. Yeah, I'm super pumped about this. I mean, I can't believe it. People want to come hang out with us.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's really cool. So I'm super excited for that.
We had some fancy new wristbands arrive yesterday.
Yeah.
That you can see on our Instagram.
Yeah, so that's your ticket. When you get to come in, you get a collectible.
Yeah.
You can have it for years.
Bet John and Way aren't doing collectibles, are they?
That's right. they probably got like sweet shirts or something.
Yeah, probably. I actually had a dream last night.
Oh no.
That
Here we go.
I had a fight with John and Way right before we were doing our takeover review. And I was like, fuck you guys.
Oh.
And
what happened?
Went and recorded my own podcast reviewing the show with bartender Jules from work.
Wow. The girl you work with.
Yeah.
The girl I have
watch the event.
The girl I have dreams
You have
about.
other sort of dreams about Jules from work.
She doesn't listen to this show, so it's okay.
She might now.
Well, so then you did your own show. You turned rogue.
I turned rogue.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's great.
I don't know how my numbers are.
You should start a Patreon.
Yeah. So how have you been anyway? I feel like I haven't really seen you much.
I'm good. I've been working a bunch. I started doing my work now is 12-hour shifts at a TV station. So I do a lot of behind the scenes there. So it means like I have like a day or extra more off, but it means I work more during those shifts, which is fine. But I finally took a bunch of days off for summer vacation because tomorrow's my birthday.
Yeah.
So I turn 28 tomorrow.
Nice.
Which means I have a day left to fulfill my prophecy of the 27 Club.
And I mean, I guess you could say you're famous now because you sold out a venue.
Oh, that's right. I could go out with a bang. That's it. I made it. Yeah. So I've just been, now I'm like, I have a few days off. I have like 6 days. I'm just going to do whatever I want. And that's
nice.
That's just been watching the G1.
I'm really kind of mad this week that there's not as much G1 because I've actually had time in the mornings to get up and watch it, and I feel they keep dumping them on days where I'm like, oh well,
they are putting them on days. Yeah, I wish they were certain days.
Like today, I was up pretty early. I could have easily watched the G1 before this show.
I'm almost caught up. I haven't been fully caught up, but I pick and choose. I don't watch all the stuff. I watch a lot of the tournament, but I skip a lot of the.
Oh no! No one watches the tag matches.
So
I've seen all the tournament matches so far. It's been excellent. Okada Will Ospreay was.
I think Okada Will Ospreay
sensational.
Is maybe the match of the tournament.
Match of the year thus far.
Yeah. Definitely.
I've got a little list going of my favorites. Yesterday really disappointed me. I think because there'd been a few days off, I was like ready for more G1, and I thought it was by far the weakest night of the show so far.
Why? Which match?
Well, you started with Juice versus Toriano, and I'm not too invested in Juice Robinson. Like he's all right.
Off, yeah.
He's all right.
People say I look like him. I don't see it.
Oh yeah, I see it. I see it.
So people were tagging me in for some photos.
You need to wear like his cowboy hat and.
Dude, I'd wear a cowboy hat.
Yeah,
a colorful one.
Yeah. And yeah, Toriano I enjoy, but I think in the tournament like this, it gets old pretty quick.
Yeah.
And then the next match was Tai Chi versus Goto, which I thought was awful.
I'll tell you what match I really loved. Obviously not from that day, but a lot of people are talking about how I used to hate this wrestler. My least favorite wrestler, Dean Ambrose.
Yeah.
Fuck Dean Ambrose. This guy named John Moxley, though,
putting on
5-star bangers.
Yeah.
With Ishii.
Yeah. Oh, that match was insane.
That match was crazy.
He had a match against Shingo yesterday, which was good. But did you watch it?
Yeah, I did.
It didn't quite get to the next level. I still
liked it.
I liked it, but I felt I wanted sort of 5 more minutes after where they ended that's where it felt like all the near falls were coming.
It did end quicker.
The tap out was interesting.
Yeah.
Sorry, spoilers.
Yeah.
But that was interesting. But I just thought I wanted a bit more. I love the regal knee he's doing.
Yes.
I think that looks really cool. He's just a different wrestler. It's crazy.
It's so weird how, like, for the past few years watching WWE, he was totally different than this. So, I don't know this person, but like, I feel like he took a chance on doing something to make himself kind of happy.
Yeah,
it's kind of like a creative thing, right? It's like an artist, like the major label keeps telling them, "Well, no, you got to do a pop song. You got to do a pop album," and they're like, "You know what? Screw your pop album. I'm gonna go out and have."
The thing that I find
street fight
crazy is this style of match he's working right now is more lunatic than when he was lunatic.
100%.
Like, there's nothing
There was nothing.
There's nothing being a lunatic about doing an elbow drop to a guy stood up.
Yeah,
it's like, okay, all right, second row.
This makes more
lariat,
sense. And I think he'll be okay in the AEW scene as well. Like I know, like he wears different gear and it's kind of like it's almost like a different person, but it's the same person. I watch him and his antics where he'll finish a match and look at the camera and say some shit because it's Japanese, you're allowed to swear and stuff like that, and it just looks like he's like living life, like loving what he's doing.
I do wonder if his AEW gear is because he wore that for the unsanctioned match. I wonder if this is going to be like his hardcore gear and he's still if he's having like a one-on-one.
I like both styles.
I
like both styles.
I like the New Japan one. I think it looks really cool.
No, I've been super invested into that, but Will Ospreay just untouchable. So I have to say those are
so we've got to wait another couple of days before
it's crazy. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing this week. I've been watching. I got my birthday's tomorrow, and there's this band I want to see. They're playing on my birthday. A friend of mine was gonna give me her tickets to go see this show because my friend Matthew's coming in. He's gonna crash here, and we're gonna go see this band called Tame Impala. But then literally this week, my friend said, "Oh, sorry, actually, I'm going to go to the show. So I can't sell you the tickets." I'm like, "Okay, no problem." It's sold out. Now it's sold out. And the StubHub was going down. And now the StubHub has started going up.
I did notice you looking.
So I'm like, all I want is like the cheapest general admission lawns to go to Tame Impala.
Is it at
Budweiser?
Budweiser?
Yeah.
I bought just outside Budweiser once.
I think that's where I'm going to try to do. So
I think go anyway.
Yeah.
And like if you don't end up going, it's whatever.
If I don't end up going, I'm going to go to emo night.
Nice. Sure.
So that's my birthday plans.
Nice.
So my mom's taking me out for a nice Portuguese fancy meal tonight at a restaurant.
Sweet.
That's it. That's all. I'm a simple man.
We're having a mum day today, aren't we?
Yeah, we're just hanging out with our mums.
My mum's in town. She's staying at the BDE.
Yes.
Flew over from England.
Yes.
Which apparently is very, very hot right now. Hotter than here.
Whoa.
So
hotter than here. It's really
people
hot.
in the UK, be careful because we don't have AC in the UK. So when it's hot, it's really hot.
What do you mean
can't
you don't
escape
have
No, we don't need AC. Like
what?
We'll have like a couple of days which are ridiculous every year, but in general,
you don't have AC.
No.
Wow.
Our country isn't just 152 years old. Our country is old. We have castles, like real castles, not Casa Loma.
Yeah, you do. What do you guys do to keep cool?
Moan. Just moan and whinge and lose at sports mostly. Drink some tea.
Yeah, iced tea.
But yeah, so So be careful out there. It's hot.
It's hot here in the 6.
It is, yeah.
So, damn.
So yeah, my mum's over. I think we're gonna go and see The Lion King tonight.
Ooh, nice.
The new film, which I'm very excited about.
Yes. I'm super pumped for. I think I was super excited for that, but I think I'm more excited for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Okay.
Leonardo.
Very different ends.
Oh yeah,
spectrum, but like
both movies I really want to see.
Yeah.
And
there's been a lot of good stuff out recently.
Yeah.
I still want to see Midsummer, which is meant to be fantastic.
Yeah. Can we go see that?
Yeah.
It looks creepy. Yeah.
The trailer for Cats came out. I don't know if you're familiar with Cats.
You know, I believe it's a quote from Jurassic Park where it's like, you figured out how to do it, but you never asked why should we do it, or something along those lines. Well, like, why do they need to make a movie called Cats?
Do you know the musical though, right? Yeah, I mean, people said that about the show. Why are you making a stage show about some poems written about cats? And it proved to be pretty good. I think the cast looks awesome.
I just don't need to see James Corden as a cat. Like I'm good. I'm fine.
What about Ian McKellen as a cat?
You should have killed him when you had the chance.
No, I think it looks good. I think I know I've got a lot of sort of musical theatre friends and stuff who are a bit down on it, and because they're fond of the show, and they're like, why have they done CGI when it should be costumes? The way I see it, if you're doing a movie of something, it should be different. You shouldn't cast musical theatre actors for a film because, quite frankly, most of them are awful on camera.
Sure.
Why, if you want to do the same costumes as the show, just film the show. If you're making a movie, make it different.
It just looks like that Sonic the Hedgehog animation.
I think it's jarring to start with. I think it will be good. The director's fantastic.
Like, I can't foresee in the next 20 years of my life watching this.
I'm gonna watch it.
I'd rather watch The Lion King because the animation looks amazing.
Yeah,
I love Donald Glover, so I instantly want to watch that. But I am gonna see The Lion King. I would have gone with you tonight, but I can't make it. So I am. There is a lot of fun. There's a lot of fun stuff going on in the theaters, but also in the summer and everything. So I'm just chilling,
including all the events going on. We did mention we're a sellout.
Yeah, we are.
August 10th.
You sold out.
Wide open is the BDE Takeover tailgate, but the very next day, John and Wei are having their own post wrestling, their like Q&A live show at the John Candy Box Theatre, Second City, which will be no more very soon. So it's one of the last times you can go to this iconic.
I had no idea.
Venue. Yeah, it's going to be condos. Wayne Gretzky's going, Second City going. And then Monday Night Raw at O'Grady's on College Street.
Yes, this is before my time. This is like I was not in the scene there, but I have heard when I used to listen to The Law, they would promote come listen, and I never went, but this is pretty cool. They're doing a retro, it's a throwback. So if you are coming for these events in the city, definitely go to postwrestling.com and get your tickets if you haven't. And then you can hang out with us even more.
Yeah.
If you want.
Have you decided if you're going to SummerSlam or not yet?
I'm pretty sure I'm not.
You're not?
I saw the card and I'm like, no.
I'm not as down on the card as other people.
You know what would be great? Because the card looks like it's either a card that is like old or it looks like when you're playing WWE 2K and you're like, okay, I'm going to do this. And then I'm gonna put. Ooh, should I download Trish Stratus? Yeah, fuck it. And then you put.
Does that not excite you? Trish v Charlotte. Come on.
I'm not gonna lie. That match sounds really great, but Trish they do this all the time. It's like a cheap Toronto trick. Like literally, I've been going to wrestling in Toronto at the ACC for years now, and that's their one trick pony.
Sure.
Cool. We need to fill seats. Let's put Trish in it. And it's like, okay, you know what? There's other people that we have.
Yeah.
I'm not against it. That actually sounds like a really good match. That is the match I would book Trish against.
Kofi versus Orton. I think there's so much backstory there that they can build.
I really like the backstory. Really cool. It's just like it's just a lot going on,
and I'm looking forward to like the actual Brock Seth match because we haven't really had it, have we?
Yeah, well, I paid a lot of money to go watch it, and I didn't get to watch it. So
you saw like 8 more hours of stuff then.
Didn't need to, and I feel like I just don't like. I know I put my money towards a takeover ticket. I'm gonna walk out of that event and be like, that was crazy. SummerSlam is going to be how I walk out of most wrestling WWE shows I've been to in the past like 5 years, and where I go, maybe I shouldn't have spent all that money on that.
I'm gonna see what they are on the day.
I haven't booked it off. Is my thing. Like I purposely now I'm like, I'm not bothered. I was closer to, and then they announced the card, and I'm like, I'm actually not. It's actually Scrump who convinced me. Not because we've been texting, but the way he like explained it to me, he's like, Vince McMahon's been taking my money for far too long. I'm gonna just gonna skip this one, like, you know. So
it's funny. One of my friends from Australia is flying over. He's doing a big trip.
Whoa!
He's doing Montreal. He's doing Toronto. Going to be doing SummerSlam. He'll be at our event most probably.
Nice. That's the big one.
He's going to make those girls money.
And
he's then doing a trip all over the UK, doing Scotland, Wales, England.
Okay, so he can buy me a SummerSlam ticket.
So, probably. But he messaged me, and I hate when people do this. They go, hey, where shall I stay in Toronto? I'm like, well, I don't know your budget. The Hyatt on King Street. Sure. And it's like, okay.
A hostel.
So I go, look on Airbnb, find a few places that are like within your budget, amenities you like, and then I'll be like, oh no, that area sucks. That area is too far out. That area is great.
Sure.
Etc. 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 He sends me 2 places. And the first one I go, oh, are you going to Halifax as well? And he's like, oh, I don't know. I don't know what areas are good. I was like, well, this first hotel is in Halifax, Nova Scotia, 1,100 miles from the Scotiabank Arena. So maybe avoid that
Scotiabank, the arena, because that's where NXT is and all the events are, or Nova Scotia, right?
But this is why when it came to like things like New York, it's like I'm organizing this because I don't trust anyone else.
I trust you. You book things.
I book things a lot. I should be a travel agent or an event coordinator or something.
I think. Well, hey, you pretty much are. You put together this show and you sold it out.
Well, let's see if it's a success first.
Just start jumping into events.
Financially, it is, but is it a like critical flop? Who knows?
No. It won't be a flop. It won't be a flop. Definitely. I'm super pumped for that. There's a lot going on. I'm excited.
I'm really excited. Too.
Yeah. I guess we should talk about the show we talk about, which is NXT. But just before we were recording, I was watching some 205 Live.
Oh, okay.
Because I heard the main event was really good. Drew Gulak and Shane Swerve.
Okay,
Strickland. Nice. And I quite enjoyed that. We were just setting up and I had it on. I thought that was really good. But I actually watched NXT UK this week because we've been talking about how the Cardiff card is the same night as All Out. Right. And the main event has been announced. Well, sort of. It is Walter versus Tyler Bate.
Okay.
I believe you predicted that. You said that why don't you just put Tyler Bate or something in that spot?
I think he's lost a lot of steam.
Over.
I mean, that match will be great. I've seen it. They did it in Wembley for Progress, and it was fantastic.
Yes. We watched it. Yeah, that was really good. So last night on NXT UK, it was Walter versus Trent Seven.
Right.
And like this was the best match on WWE UK I've maybe seen. Because their TV is not that great.
Yeah.
They always do TV quality matches. Not saying that's bad, but like you can have a really amazing match that's still just kind of that TV level. But Trent Seven and Walter just went out there and chopped the ever-living hell out of each other. But the storyline at the end was Imperium comes out and stands blocking the ring on the entrance ramp, and Pete Dunne was not there. And Tyler Bate was also not there. And the finish of this match is Walter does his vicious powerbomb on Trent Seven, picks him up, powerbombs him again, picks him up, just repeat, he powerbombed him probably 10 times.
Right.
Just straight powerbombs. And the refs, it's a stoppage because Trent's just dead. Yeah. And Trent sold it like he was in a casket. So I thought this was really, really interesting because now the gimmick is like, I'm gonna beat like everyone.
Like Trent is like twice the size of Tyler Bate, so it's like if he can kill, like
it looked so. His power bomb is just like so. Hot take, but is Walter's powerbomb better than the jackknife powerbomb, which I think is the best powerbomb.
I've never liked the jackknife.
Oh,
Last Ride is the best one. The height you get.
Yeah, true. I always like the jackknife because the jackknife looks like he literally just like goes, yeah, whatever, and like drops.
I mean, that's Kevin Nash all over, just fucking lazy. He can't even complete a powerbomb. Gets them all the way up and just drops them.
I do like the Razor's Edge too, but especially when it's cool. Summertime now, and you do the Razor's Edge on someone into the pool. Yeah. That's always fun. So I'm somewhat. I mean, there's some sort of steam behind the NXT product, but I will say, like, I know the time difference that All Out and the.
It's not All Out on that date, is it?
Oh, is it not?
It's the Royal Quest. The New Japan show in London. I believe.
Sorry, right.
I think All Out's beginning of September. I think.
Oh,
I might be wrong. Or are there 3 events?
I think there might be 3 events.
I can't see because there's going to be crossover guys. Surely there will be guys on the Royal Quest show that probably
will be at All Out.
No,
I don't think so.
Are you looking it up?
Yeah. I'm interested in seeing All Out because the promo for these guys have been incredible.
I kind of want it all to be on the same day, and then it will be like we had Evolve and Fight for the Fight for the Fallen.
Yeah,
we'll have 3 ways. British Wrestling Experience doing their.
It is on August 31st.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So we got 3 events on the same day.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
Pretty crazy.
Start getting your schedule.
No, right. I like it. That makes people do their jobs better.
Post is going to be busy that day.
Damn it, we're going to be busy.
What are we claiming?
I don't think we have anything because look, John and Way are probably going to do AEW. Yeah. We got British Wrestling Experience. Yeah. They're going to do the Cardiff show, so definitely check the boys out for that, the lads. But what's the other show? The Royal Quest?
Yeah, WH. What are you doing?
All right.
Yeah,
that's it. We'll call WH.
Putting our name in the hat.
That's the London show.
Yeah,
or the UK show.
Yeah,
cool.
I think is it Albert Hall? I think.
Oh, nice. Okay, is Ospreay on it?
I assume so.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, well then we'll look forward to that later on.
Yeah,
down the line. John and Way is just doing all the G1 stuff.
They're machines.
That's a lot of.
They've got a nice week this week.
Yeah. Did you see the photo they posted of them using that Facetune app?
Yes.
So John and Way are going to be invaded by the Russians. The Russians are going to invade post wrestling.
I think we all are. I liked the you told me about this Instagram page called Middle Class Fancy.
Oh yes, you talk about it. Yeah.
Oh, it's so funny. You know the main guy, the smiling guy.
Yeah.
It's like just did the face up thing, lol. And then there's the one of the stern, moody older man.
Yeah.
Who's like, when you discovered Nance has sold all your photos to the Russians due to a silly app.
And just quickly before we get into NXT, have you heard the update on Area 51? They're doing a music festival at the fucking thing. A friend of mine is like actually obsessed with Area 51.
Okay.
Like they've been there before. They go there constantly. Like it's a thing with this person way before this like meme and all this stuff. So when this all started happening, I started clicking their page more and seeing what they've been saying about it. And they've just been like, they've booked, they're going. Like right. They're legit going to, they stay at the hotel there that's already fully booked, the Owl Inn or whatever.
Okay.
It's famous. And now legit like some company, it's like Fire Fest all over again, but it's a music festival at Area 51.
Is it Ja Rule?
Hey, Ja Rule's here this weekend. I'm thinking about going. Yeah, so I'm still deciding if I want to, we should throw an Area 51 party.
What, like live stream, like from here, what's happening at Area 51?
Yeah, I guess
something like that.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Have a Deadpool going on.
How many kids get shot by the U.S. government? Or maybe just like a party.
Sure.
And then
or you dress up as aliens.
Yeah. Hey, I love aliens.
I still need to work out what I'm doing for my 30th.
Right. Well, What are you gonna do? You're not even here for my birthday.
We'll celebrate your birthday.
This guy, my roommate, doesn't even want to hang out with me on my birthday.
Sorry, I want to have a weekend with my mum, who I don't see much.
She can come too.
But yeah, we'll do something.
All right. Okay, so let's finally go into some NXT from Wednesday, July 24th, 2019. Full Sail University. Now, there's the G1 going on, but everyone's buzzing about the big real tournament, which is the NXT Breakout Tournament. Is it just me, or does you just forget about it?
I when they announced this, I thought this sounds great. I have not enjoyed this tournament.
No,
I don't
totally
know why.
fell off
I feel really negative about it every week,
Yeah,
and I'm sure people have been excited about it. There's something not working for me.
No, 100%. It feels like I forget about it every week, and I'm like, oh, cool. Do I have to watch this? All right, cool. It's the semifinals actually, so that's how much we we remember. Which is unfortunate. All the guys in it were actually really good.
Yeah, they are.
It's just like you need to make people care, and they just haven't maybe done a good job at that. We have Jordan Miles versus Angel Garza here in the semifinals of the NXT Breakout Tournament. Now, Jordan Smiles is all smiles, and Angel Garza is the guy who rips his pants off.
Yeah.
And does that kind of thing. The tearaways. There's that guy who is always front row for NXT.
He's getting on my nerves now.
Oh, he's been on my nerves. He goes to high five Angel Garza. Garza fakes him out and says, like, no, I'm not touching you. And then I think kisses a girl on the cheek in the front row.
Okay.
Hopefully a plant, or there's some questions.
Yeah.
You can't just go around kissing people.
No.
But that same guy in the front row who went for the high five that gets on your nerves, did you see him at AEW? Kip Sabian kissed him.
Yeah.
And that guy got really mad. Well, then get out of the wrestler's face, if you ask me. This match kind of started off with Nigel saying Beth Phoenix is blushing as Angel Garza came out to the ring. Beth is like, no, don't tell Edge. They lock up. And they lock up, and they continue to lock up. There's a lot of backflips and things. Jordan Miles hits his like backflip into the handsprings into a really beautiful drop kick. There's a spot where Miles is on the apron on the outside, and Garza pulls the apron skirt.
Yeah, this is cool.
Yeah, and Jordan Miles just eats it.
Yeah,
he looks like he falls. I think he was okay, but it looked so good actually. Gifable, very gifable was him, Jordan Miles eating the apron here. They go back in the ring, and that's when Garza does his reveal, the tearaways of the pants. I enjoy that. It's funny, but I just don't know how far it can go in the seriousness. The match continues. There's a beautiful stalling butterfly like suplex lift into the backbreaker.
Oh, this looked nasty. This looked really good.
It's kind of like Jericho's used this move for a long time, but CM Punk calls it "Welcome to Chicago, motherfucker." And it's the butterfly into the backbreaker, but he like stalls you as he has you lift up, and then does it. It looked really cool. And then he goes for a camel clutch on Jordan Miles, and I think it was Drake who was the ref. And I've been to Full Sail, and if you go to Full Sail, you notice little things that you pick up. It was on SmackDown, like, I don't know, a few weeks ago when Kevin Owens did something and you could hear someone hard cam.
Oh, yeah.
And then Owens turns and then looks at the hard cam. In NXT, that's where they learn these things.
Sure.
And Garza goes to like do the classic Iron Sheik, like stomp on the back before you put the camel clutch on, before he humbles you. And Drake must have like instantly was like, hard cam. And then all of a sudden he like drops him, totally changes to the hard cam, and then looks at the camera and starts doing it. But that's what NXT, it's developmental. It's just, I noticed it and I was like, oh, I see what you're doing there. So I thought that was funny. But Miles somehow gets out of the camel clutch. He's not humbled. But then Garza hits him with a super kick for a 2 count. Miles comes back with roundhouse kicks in the corner. He does the sweeping of the leg like Cobra Kai, and then does his spinning clothesline into the corner. He goes up top for the 450, but Garza counters with like a drop kick in midair or something like that. Miles fights back, hits the corner clothesline again, and then a bridging German suplex, and pins Angel Garza to advance to the finals of the tournament. I thought this was like okay, but it just was. It was going and going, and it was done.
The deadlift German suplex was beautiful, but shouldn't have been the finish.
No, we see people do it all the time.
I'm going to be pretty negative again on this. I hated the cartoonish faces at the beginning of the match.
Sure.
like Jordan Miles' smiles and facial reactions.
He's got smiles for miles.
Were very irritating.
Sure.
I think it made them both look quite amateur, to be honest.
Okay.
And they're good wrestlers, but
ACH.
There's no way any of these guys should be on the takeover card. I think now, having watched this, there's so many more deserving wrestlers and feuds who have had their time in NXT who should be on this card.
Well,
I'd much rather take Io and Candice over over one of these guys.
Well, someone else agrees with you.
Okay.
Because Shane Thorne,
yeah,
he comes to the commentary table right after this match. He grabs Morrow's headset, and it's almost like he's cutting the promo at Morrow. But it's always good to, you're a trained actor. You always got to focus on something when you're talking. So Shane Thorne looks at Morrow now, talking to the headset, talking to us at home. He says, breakout tournament, what's the point of having 8 new superstars when you have a locker full of people like me, like Shane Thorne? I've been here for 3 years. While I was jumping scaffolds at NXT TakeOver and stealing the show, these guys were watching me at home. So why are they the ones who get to break out? What's going on? Well, you know what? I guess Shane Thorne is going to have to break out on his own. And he throws the headset and he walks off.
Yeah,
he was saying what we were thinking.
I can see a lot of people genuinely
being upset,
feeling like this if you're back there. Like, I feel a takeover spot at this point is pretty sacred. There's 5. 100%. They don't change that. There's 5 spots. And we talk about, like, Matt Riddle isn't on this card.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Matt Riddle, he's not on this card at the moment. Whether that changes or not, I don't know. It doesn't look like it.
I don't need to see NXT breakout superstars on my takeover.
I've been thinking, I think it would be a good idea to start introducing like B-level NXT live shows. So have, like TakeOver used to be when it was at Full Sail, have a live Wednesday night 2-hour special at Full Sail where you have it headlined by the North American Championship or the tag or something like that. Keep the NXT title just for your takeovers.
Sure.
And you can have this Wednesday 2-hour special will have the final of the breakout tournament. Io Shirai versus Candice LeRae.
Right. It's like
Matt Riddle versus this.
Your
all your like Kushida, like have all the people that you can't get on the takeover card, have them on a special 2-hour Full Sail event. I think would be a great idea to spread this out, but I don't want to see any of these guys on takeover. Yeah, I'm sure they're going to have a fantastic match, but I feel there are other people deserving, and I like Shane Thorne's promo here. Going back to the show,
for sure.
I liked how you heard the mic sort of scuffle while the camera was still on the ring because you're like, oh, what's going on there? And then
it cuts to it.
I like Morrow's hair was all over the place.
Morrow's great.
I worry. This might be just setting up Shane Thorne to lose to one of these guys.
Oh, 100%.
To heat them up for TakeOver
100%.
Or the first person to lose to after TakeOver.
That is exactly what Shane Thorne is going to be. Solo Shane Thorne, as his Twitter calls himself. I don't know. I'm not a huge Shane Thorne guy, but this promo made me go, huh, you're right.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Also, he's an Aussie, and they need to get some more Aussie stars. So.
Yeah, I think we might be seeing an Aussie faction down the line soon.
Maybe
because we've got a few now there.
Maybe he's involved Bronson.
Yeah,
Reed,
that's what I think would be a good idea.
Yeah. So Bronson Reed versus Cameron Grimes is the semifinals next week, and I think we can put 2 and 2 together of what maybe the finals are going to be, if it happens at TakeOver or not. Because you know what, they haven't said it on this show. They didn't say it at all.
Oh, I thought. Oh,
they said it before, but you know what? They could have been like
card subject to change. Yeah, maybe.
So Wise Man once said,
"Yeah, I don't mind this on pre-show.
Yeah,
put something else on."
Excellent. We then go to Johnny Gargano. So last week he returned. He attacked Adam Cole, and William Regal announced that the main event of TakeOver Toronto is the 2 out of 3 falls, but they get to choose the falls. So the 3 stages of hell, essentially. And today they pick their stipulations. So Johnny Gargano, he's backstage. He's in his jacket. He's looking real fly. He was wearing a jacket you wear, like a brown like leather jacket. You always rock. He says, "This takeover, this match with Adam Cole, it's not about achieving my dream anymore." He says, "I did that. the New York show was me trying to get what I've been chasing. I did it. Adam Cole, you beat me for the title. You did. But now you've pissed me off. And it's all about beating you. So I'm picking my stipulation. And I'm picking something I know and something I enjoy. And that is a street fight. So in Toronto, I'm beating you all over the streets. And I will take the NXT title. So Johnny Gargano picking a street fight. Very interesting.
Yeah. I liked how he did the Ciampa style
sitting
promo.
down.
I don't know if we should be reading into that.
You
Knowing Johnny Gargano, we should be reading into that. He's wearing his black shirt, not his red shirt.
This is what we got to talk about. It's Venom, baby. The symbiote is crawling through that leather jacket.
He's choosing a street fight. I just want to say though, Mr. Johnny Wrestling, Toronto, the second T stands for tourist.
Yes.
Get the T out.
Yeah, a lot. Every even Morrow says it with this hard T.
Oh,
I'm like, Morrow, you lived here. Come on. No.
Adam Cole got it right though later on, so he's got the edge.
But
yeah, street fight. I think we were probably expecting one of the falls to be a no DQ, no holds barred street fight, whatever you want to call it.
Well, he's tying back to the street fight with Ciampa, right?
Yeah.
And he's definitely properly wearing. I said he's wearing the brown jacket, but he's wearing a black shirt underneath.
He's wearing
all black. Yeah. So he's gonna be wearing the Venom gear. He's gotta get that. He's gotta reach down and get that darkness.
He's gonna change his gear after each fall. Just rip it off.
No.
Then he's like Captain America, Johnny Gargano, Venom, Punisher,
Venom, Captain America,
Spider-Woman. Like
all those things. What's a Toronto superhero? What do we got? Captain Canuck. We got like Ryan Gosling. That's our super. So we'll see what Cole's later on. We go to our next match: Xia Li versus Bianca Belair. Now, I love Xia Li, and she's definitely her entrance is low key kind of a banger because not even just her music, but the way she has her own Adam Cole boom.
Yeah,
where she's in the ring. And she's doing her like wushu pose, and then something in the song goes, and she opens her fan.
Yeah, it was very choreographed. It was like a dance. There was some more like moves she did that fitted. I wanted the music to stop there because it kind of stopped like for a few beats.
It was like when you
and then it continued again.
It's like when your character is chilling in Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter, and it's like fight, and it's like the stance.
Yeah,
it looked really cool.
I liked it.
But Xia Li is about to die. Bianca Belair charges her immediately, hits her in the corner with a bunch of spears, then hits her double like chicken wing, the glam slam, essentially, which is Beth Phoenix's move. They call it that. But she doesn't do it like she just puts you in a chicken wing, lifts you, and then kind of just throws you, drops you. And I think that looks more dangerous than like the
Kevin Nash style.
Just drops you. It looks good. Then she hits a handspring into a standing moonsault. She tells Xia Li to kiss my ass. Bianca Belair hits this fall-away slam, but usually when you have a fall-away slam, you fall when you do it. Bianca Belair doesn't. That's how strong Bianca Belair is. She just moves her head back. And throws Xia Li completely over her, clearing her. Bianca Belair is such a beast. I don't understand. Like, she looks strong. Don't get me wrong, but she is stronger than what she looks
completely,
like. It's just crazy. In case you forgot, she is a beast. Xia Li finally tries to get some offense, but literally the story is no. Bianca's like mad and upset that she's not in the women's title picture. Therefore, instantly like ducks like a double spring jump from Xia Li, which doesn't do anything. She doesn't even flinch essentially, and then hits a stalling vertical suplex. And then hits like some sort of like the pounce kind of thing, the shoulder block, and then picks Xia Li up like nothing in the torture rack and hits the KOD, and it's a 1, 2, 3 for the EST. This was good because this is showing the character is like mad.
Oh, I think Bianca is so good.
She should be added.
Just like her, you completely get everything she's feeling. Like when she's feeling cocky, here she was mad. Just the detail, like the KOD, she normally stalls before slamming.
Yeah.
And she was like, no, let's get this done. Picks her up, drops her, pins her.
She's getting really good at her facial reactions.
Oh, her facial expressions are great. Yeah. Like, she's mad. She's lost 2 in a row. She goes on about her undefeated mentality. I wouldn't be surprised if she'll drop that now. And yeah, she wants that place on TakeOver.
Yeah,
again, this is another character who should be on TakeOver.
I think she kind of needs to be added to maybe to that women's match, some sort of thing. We'll get to that. So Bianca Belair victorious over Xia Li. I like seeing Xia Li on my TV. I follow her on Instagram. She does like everything, meaning like one day she'll be in Hong Kong or China somewhere, and like she's like at a professional chef's thing, and she's like cooking professionally. I'm like, what else can't you not do? How come some people are so perfect at everything they do? How do you get like that? I don't know. Up next, we go to a video here for Killian Dane. Now, last week we saw him attack Matt Riddle in the Tool shirt. He says that I wasn't going to attack anybody. That wasn't my plan. However, Matt Riddle isn't just anybody. See, Matt Riddle, he's a fighter like me. However, Matt Riddle is a UFC fighter. He was undefeated. He's tough. He was the toughest there. But he doesn't know my world. I'm the toughest when it comes to my world. And my world has no rules. I can't wait to welcome you to my world.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Is that a takeover match, though? I don't know. Is that going to be added?
Don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, tied together all his promos leading up to last week's attack. Like, I was cool with this.
Yeah, I didn't like necessarily think it blew me away, but he attacked the guy. I like him saying, you know, Matt Riddle's a fighter, and I'm showing up to prove. Like, he's not just showing up beating up jobbers. He attacked Matt Riddle, so it does make sense kayfabe wise.
Best segment of the night.
Let's go to the next segment of the night. We have a security camera footage of the Performance Center. Now, Jessamine Duke, she just did a training session. Yeah. She's hanging out. She's wiping the sweat off her brow, and she goes to her locker when suddenly, surprise, motherfucker, she is attacked by Mia Yim. Mia Yim beats her up, throws her into the locker, then has her sitting down, and the locker door is like open, and then kicks the locker door, swinging it, hitting the shoulder of Jessamine Duke. Jessamine Duke starts bawling, starts crying, screaming, and Mia Yim just walks off like it's nothing. Last week, Mia Yim attacked Marina Shafir in a parking lot with a car door.
Yeah.
This week, she attacked someone at the PC in the locker.
As soon as I saw those lockers, you knew what was coming.
Oh, instantly.
I thought this was really funny. I don't think it should be funny.
It shouldn't be funny, but I laughed so loud.
Oh, me too.
I watched really loud. I came home late last night and I was watching NXT. I was awake and I had to cover I was loud. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I felt like, have you ever heard of Death Wish? Charles Bronson. There's many of them. It's a vigilante movie.
Yeah.
Mia Yim's the vigilante here. That's what it's called.
I don't think
Batman.
This is really working.
No, it is not.
Also, the horsewomen are so lame.
Yeah, I think this is their write-off.
I think it should just go repackage, rename yourselves. Don't get away from the MMA stuff completely, because I'm sorry, I've not seen any of that MMA stuff in you.
No,
you just let someone kill you with lockers.
It wasn't even a great attack.
It wasn't.
She was screaming.
The first shot with the locker door looked more painful than the last one, which made it cry. The car door, cool. That would really hurt. This, I'd be like,
no, this didn't hurt.
Piss off and just beat the shit out of her. You're an MMA fighter.
So,
I think they're really lame.
Also, they're trying to push Mia Yim as the baby face. This makes me look like she's such an evil person.
Well, I think they're trying that sort of vigilante, stone cold,
vigilanteism. They got to attack. It's not working for me. That's why I said Bianca should be added to this match. It feels like this is the match that doesn't deserve to be on a takeover.
Yeah.
Mia Yim versus Shayna Baszler. I would rather many other options that we kind of have floating around instead. And not because it's not hot. And I know we're not alone on this.
I think this would work better. I think it's the backstage segments as well that make it funnier. I think if if Shayna Baszler had a match against some jobber and the Horsewomen were with her outside,
and then
Mia Yim just comes out, kills both of them, and then like points at Shayna and is like Toronto and walks off. Sure. I think badass.
Yeah. This was not.
It's like what's crazy Mia Yim doing this week?
And then the worst is like she leaves her there and she's screaming. So like realistically, like if you just showed this to like someone who doesn't watch the show, you'd be like, wow, this poor girl just got attacked. Like, it made me feel sympathy.
It's something that would go viral on YouTube. Yeah. Like, who is this person?
And Mia just slowly walks off. It's like, no, what? This is so weird. I don't understand.
What's Regal doing? Nothing.
Yeah, really.
Regal gets upset about way lesser things than this.
Oh man, I don't understand this storyline, but I'm just
trying.
I'm just here for the ride. Let's go to our next segment. Velveteen Dream. He comes down to the ringside here at Full Sail. He's got the black on black, looking like Hollywood Hulk Hogan. He's got the glasses.
Yeah, I want to talk about his gear a bit because at first I thought it was like a
Shawn Michaels,
more like a Hart leather jacket.
Yeah.
Until he turned around, and then I was like, last week I was like, oh, is he going to be the King of the North? Is he going to be a dinosaur? I'm like, he'll probably cosplay Bret Hart, I think.
Sure, that makes sense. Yeah, he got a whole 90s vibe going on here. He looked like Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, but Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
He looks like a star, though,
every instantly. Week. He dresses nice,
I think this throwback 90s look just really works for him.
Yeah. Like, even as that's his look, and it looks good. Definitely looks good on him. The crowd here is chanting Hollywood at Velveteen Dream. He grabs a microphone, because he's not here to wrestle. He grabs a mic. He says, the only way the dream will ever step down is the day the experience dies. And when it dies, I want to go, in Vince McMahon voice, straight to hell. So he keeps teasing this Vince McMahon call me up thing.
Yeah.
In little by little. Ask and you may receive. I think he's going to be called up quite soon. He says, Roderick Strong sold his soul to the devil when he beat the Velveteen Dream. You see, Roderick Strong, you're a hell of a man. The Dream hears you can go all night too, but the spotlight will hit the Dream. The Dream will be over and the spotlight will be on me. Roderick will know he's not big enough to ride this ride. And if there's someone big enough, then bring it. And Roderick Strong's music hits. Shock the system. Roderick Strong comes out with a microphone. He says, cool story, bro. You've been ducking me. You're scared. You see, I'm deserving. I'm the most deserving person for the North American Championship on this continent. And I can take it from you like that. So give me what I want.
Give me what I want.
Give me what I want.
It's tearing you apart.
It's tearing you apart. It's just tearing you apart. He says, give me what I want. He says, you and me take over Toronto. And the result, the experience dies. And that's undisputed. And then someone's theme hits and Full Sail University goes absolutely bananas. Pete Dunne comes out. The crowd doesn't know what's going on. He comes down to the ring. Roderick Strong is irate. He is pissed off. Pete Dunne grabs his hand, grabs his fingers, and snaps them. Does the finger snap on the thing? Roddy goes to the outside. And then Pete Dunne and Velveteen Dream stare each other down, and Dream exits the ring and walks off. And I thought this was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I don't read ahead, but obviously this is a big part of the TakeOver card coming up. So I was spoiled by this a few weeks ago. But even being spoiled, when his music hit and that Full Sail crowd just woke up, I was like totally into it.
Yeah.
I was so into this. I would say Velveteen Dream is perfect on the promo.
Yeah.
He does that thing where he makes cheeky comments, but they're not like, Roddy, I heard you can go all night. Like things like that. I like that in my wrestling. I like when a guy can, that's his shtick, and it works for him. And he's come into it so much. I thought Roddy maybe could have had something maybe a zinger or a one-liner or something. He kind of came off a little not weak, but like
I'm gonna talk more about Roddy after the Regal segment.
Sure. Okay. Sure. Because Roddy, like, he pinned Dream a few weeks ago. Roddy should just be like, yo, I pinned you. Like, dude, I get the shot. Like, that's the he's kind of like, I deserve this opportunity. He's like, no, he should just be like, it's me and you. Like, and he should have had maybe like a zinger or something.
I think there with Pete Dunne, it's going back to Pete Dunne never really got his full revenge on Roddy turning on him.
Yes.
Also, do you remember when they set up Pete Dunne versus Ricochet for the North American and the UK title? That never happened.
Yeah.
Dunne just went back to UK and Ricochet went to Raw.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think they're like going back a bit. I think they brought up the NXT UK, realized they needed Dunne, and now are like, let's kind of.
Well, I'm the most deserving on this continent. See, that's purposely because then Pete Dunne shows up.
Also, what a terrible beard he has.
Who?
Dunne.
You don't like his beard?
It's awful.
He looks like a lion.
He looks shit.
I can't hate on another man's beard.
His beard is not good. You can hate on a shitty beard, and Pete Dunne has a shitty beard.
Oh, sorry, Pete. I like this. If this is where we're going, then fuck you. Take my money. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't want to watch this match. I'm down for Roderick Strong versus Velveteen Dream 1-on-1, but now you've thrown this monkey wrench into the mix here, and I'm like,
I think this adds variety to the card as well.
Yes.
Rather than just a whole load of one-on-ones. I
really
like this.
Yeah.
I also got spoiled on this a few weeks ago and was like a bit taken aback. What? Pete Dunne? Like it seemed a bit out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
But I hope they build on the fact that they used to tag together and Roddy screwed Dunne. I'd like them to build on that.
Yes, because it was Roderick Strong who turned on Pete Dunne to join Undisputed Era. Just so we can recap, if you've not been following the story.
Yeah.
The reason why he walked into the ring and instantly went for
it's Roddy waves his finger at him. It's like, what are you doing? Oh, which I loved.
Okay, so then we go to commercial break and we come back and it's Roderick Strong with like the cameraman. And he's like, follow me. We're trying to find William Regal. We got to talk to Regal. And he's like, Regal. And he finally finds him. And he finds William Regal. He says, William Regal, you see, this is my opportunity, not Pete. Why is Pete even here? What is he doing here? And William Regal says, well, I was talking to Johnny Saint and we came to some agreement. And Pete Dunne will be spending some time now here in NXT. Not NXT UK, but Pete Dunne's just going to join NXT for a little while. He's going to come hang out here. And you see, I thought that you were deserving of this match. So at Toronto TakeOver, it will be Velveteen Dream versus Roderick Strong versus Pete Dunne. And Roderick Strong doesn't like this very much. He says this is favoritism, and that if that's the case, next week I want Dunne 1-on-1, and this is unbelievable. And Roddy walks off. You want to talk about Roderick Strong?
Get some acting lessons. Seriously, he's been doing this a long time. This doesn't cut it for me.
Okay.
It works in Undisputed, but on your own, Roddy, you're 35 years old. You're acting like a 14-year-old, and it doesn't work.
Sure.
I get like the heel, the whiny thing, but he seemed like a kid, and Regal seemed like a teacher, and
Excuse me, sir.
It looked like, sir,
how come he got the recess and I didn't?
No, but he didn't do it either. I didn't like this, honestly. Like, I love Roderick Strong. He's fantastic in the ring. Not many people can touch him in the ring.
No, you can't.
But honestly, like, if he wants to go anywhere, get some acting lessons.
Okay, so
this was terrible. Like, both segments terrible from him.
I'll go on this show and say Roderick Strong is one of my favorites ever. Like, I've been following him from Ring of Honor days. I something about him. If he's in a match, I have to watch it because he always delivers. You can't touch him. Literally, you can't. I'm at the point where I thought this was bad. Like, I thought his acting was bad in both of the segments. But I still liked it in some weird way. I don't know why.
Well, for me, I think it's funny when it's
I found
when
it
it's
funny.
Undisputed Era.
Yeah,
I think it's funny having like him and Kyle as like the whiny teenagers, and Adam Cole the cocky jock, and Bobby Fish more like the older guy hanging out. But I don't know, it works. But individually, and I think I'd have the same concern for Kyle O'Reilly on his own.
You know what? They remind me of the movie Grease, the T-Birds.
Yeah.
You see, Adam Cole is John Travolta. John Travolta's cool no matter what. Right?
Yeah.
But the other guys, they're not that cool.
They're cool together.
Yeah, they're way cooler together. Yeah. Grease Lightning, baby. That's undisputed.
I don't think this worked for me. The match is going to be crazy. Like, that's why the ring quality is going to be great.
That's totally why.
And this is absolutely fine for NXT, because we know most people are watching NXT for the wrestling.
Yeah.
But it makes me concerned of any sort of big future for Roddy.
I think you just have him do this. I don't know. I just still liked it for some reason.
Right.
But I understand. I was like, ooh, that's some weird acting going on there, in my opinion. But I still love him. Still one of my favorites. Just so funny. I need him to like the match next week. I don't know what happens, but I need him to like maybe just beat up Pete Dunne. Like essentially like get the fuck out of here. And Undisputed Era, like maybe attack him, because like I don't know if I need to see him cut more promos, but he should be mad that he's been kind of bamboozled.
I think Dunne has to win though to really justify being in the match.
Yeah.
Or we just get a screwy finish.
Yeah, I guess we will see.
Have 15 minutes good wrestling and no real finish,
yeah,
probably.
which Pete Dunne on NXT, by the way. That's a cool addition here.
Yeah.
He was kind of lost in the weird shuffle that is NXT UK.
Yeah.
What the hell is really going on there? He should be involved with Tyler Bate and Trent Seven, but they said he wasn't here this week on UK because, well, he's over here in NXT.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with Pete Dunne down the line. He should have been called up to the main roster like a year ago, but I digress. We then go to Casey Catanzaro. She comes out with some cornrows on the top of her hair. You know, I love... not touching that. Io Shirai comes out. It is Casey Catanzaro versus Io Shirai. Now, Io Shirai gets me high. And I know a lot of people like my catchphrase. But you see, I feel like it's not inclusive. What if, like, you don't get high? Like, what, like, realistically, you can't say Shirai gets you high. So, Shirai is Kawhi.
Okay, cool.
For those that don't partake.
Yep.
We're all inclusive here at upNXT.
Sure.
Io Shirai, we've seen her come out and cut that promo a few weeks ago with the new everything, the new heel character. But watching her come out to have her match, this works like completely.
She looks like a star.
I know.
Her music's changed. I got a kind of almost Billie Eilish feel from her
music.
Entrance music.
Sick. Her music's so sick. Her music is like a trap beat mixed with some 808. It's so cool. And then she's wearing all the black. Io Shirai, and the strobe lights. It's dark.
Yeah.
It's all. Oh, she just looks like a complete star now. Whatever was missing is this. Works for me.
Yeah, we're gonna get Smiley Miles on the show.
Yeah, no more smiling Io, but smiling other people. It just looks like Io Shirai just has resting bitch face.
Yeah,
all the time.
Yeah,
that's her character. She just hates everyone because she doesn't need friends and she doesn't need you. She's reminding us of that. The bell rings and she instantly runs an exploding drop kick on Casey Catanzaro. She throws her into the turnbuckle, hits the Meteora, the running knees into the corner.
The WTF?
Yes. And then she hits the butterfly backbreaker, like the welcome.
It was like an angel wings.
Yeah. It was cool. And then instantly, Candice LeRae interferes in this match, and she comes after Io Shirai there, attacking her. And then Io Shirai scurries away, walks up the ramp, and Candice LeRae is like, come on, come fight me. Candice is yelling from the ring to Io, who's on the ramp, and Io now is yelling back at her in Japanese. I could have Io Shirai yell at me in Japanese all day long. Is there somewhere I can go to pay for a service where they just yell at me in Japanese?
I'm sure there's plenty of places in the city you can do that.
I love this. Like, we're joking about the Mia Yim storyline. That's for the title.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about it. I want to see this match.
Me too.
This match looks nuts.
You know what might satisfy me? Keep this going until War Games, I guess. This has to be on. Like, this deserves a takeover.
This deserves
match.
a takeover match. I want to see.
I would kind of like to see Shirai try and interfere in the women's match, and Candice chase her. Have a little spot. Like, if you're not having a match, have a little featured spot where Shirai maybe comes out with a kendo stick to go after Shayna again, and Candice is like, no, and they beat the fuck out of each other, go out into the crowd, and
this should have the strap on it. Like, this should have the title. I actually completely.
I hope they get there.
This could be also on the pre-show. This could be added. I don't know what.
I don't think.
Deal?
I think it deserves a takeover spot, but maybe hold it off until November's such a way away.
Oh, it's so far.
But like, if they can handle this well, you could get the title onto one of them by November on TV or something.
Yeah. I mean, the match here of Casey and Io Shirai wasn't much either, but I enjoyed that right away. That Io,
that drop kick to start with,
like, she just beats her. The character is not just the way she looks in the new theme; it's the way she is.
Well, yeah, I asked the other week. I wonder how it's going to affect her wrestling style. And we saw it; it was great.
Yeah, I joke and say, I think she's amazing and everything. The character is working for me. It's a character I'm like, ooh, this looks good. From top to bottom, she's delivering instantly. So Io Shirai has found her footing, if you will, and I'm super pumped about it. And you know what? I really want to see her and Candice LeRae go at it. I just think that it's something that needs to happen.
In a street fight,
in a kendo stick on a pole match,
unsanctioned match.
Whoa, Candice LeRae. Candice LeRae can't wear black lipstick though, because Io Shirai is rocking the thing. I get called out a lot for liking Io Shirai's pictures on Instagram and commenting. People say I'm thirsty. Do you know what that means?
Let's move on.
We go to Adam Cole. He's backstage now. He's going to tell us what stipulation he chooses for Toronto TakeOver. But first, he's going to tell us a few things. He says, way to go, NXT management. Once again, screwing over Undisputed Era. Roderick Strong is the best wrestler on this roster. And now he has to face Pete Dunne and Velveteen Dream. You screwed him out of that. But it doesn't matter because he will walk out, take over Toronto with the North American Championship. And the Street Profits, what are they going to do? They're going to do nothing. You see, TakeOver Toronto is slowly morphing into the Prophecy. He says, Johnny Gargano chooses a street fight and thinks that would be definitive. You see, Johnny, I'll tell you what I choose. My stipulation is a good old classic regular wrestling match. You see, Johnny, you call yourself Johnny Wrestling, but you won't be able to use that name anymore because I'm going to beat you at your own game. I'm going to beat you in TakeOver Toronto, and you won't be able to use that name anymore. And that is undisputed. How does Adam Cole, he's supposed to be the bad guy, and he's so good at being a bad guy, but how does he make look, he just filled us in on everything going on right now. And basically sold you on what was going on earlier with Roderick Strong. Yeah. Right? Like, we were just complaining about like Roderick Strong, but Adam Cole already is like, yo, that's fucked up, but my boy is still gonna win. The Prophecy, the dripping in gold, everything like that. My only notes for this I thought this was so good. And this was like a throwaway thing to tell us the stipulation. This is how good this guy is. My only note here is this man, Adam Cole, is going to make Triple H a lot of money in the coming years in WWE. That's all I'm saying. This guy could probably literally sell you on anything to go watch a show.
It's just his size that will hold him back.
Yeah,
honestly, I guess so. It was that Royal Rumble that I went to where he was in the match, and you're like, "Whoa, you look small compared to these guys." That's the only thing, which is a shame. But no, this guy's fantastic. I got to say, how weird is it to hear the term wrestling match on a WWE show?
Yeah.
Mauro goes, Adam Cole has decided to face Johnny Gargano in a wrestling match. And you're like,
sports entertainment match.
It almost leads me to think it's going to be something like
they're going to
Greco-Roman.
It's the graps.
Exactly. But yeah, just weird hearing the term wrestling.
I love it. Why don't they?
Can
we talk about that? Why don't they?
Normally, if this was on main roster, it would be a classic one-on-one match or something like that. They wouldn't use the word wrestling.
Why can't you?
So I assume this will be for 1, and then Street Fight, and then what's for number 3 going to be?
William Regal gets to choose. William Regal gets to choose the last one.
Yeah.
I would say it's a ladder match.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
It's kind of like a classic, like you both have one fall, you can't figure it out. Well, you know what? Whoever wants to grab it, get it.
It'll be ladder or cage, I think.
Yeah, I just don't like cage matches.
No, I'm not big on them. Although we've seen a couple of good ones in NXT recently.
This is true. This is very true. So I'm intrigued. I like because Adam Cole is like I didn't say, but he gives reason for picking this.
Yeah.
He says, I beat you in it. In New York, I beat you in the first fall. At our last match, I beat you in a regular wrestling match.
Yeah.
So therefore, you will no longer be Johnny Wrestling. It'll be Adam Wrestling.
Yeah.
I'm okay with this.
Yeah.
Honestly, you could put any stipulation.
Yeah.
These guys will tear the house down, to be honest. There's no doubt in my mind that these guys will just kill it. Absolutely. That's another reason I'm not going to SummerSlam, or at least not right now. It's because, like, I'm going to be spent. I don't know how anyone's going to top this card on SummerSlam. They're going to try, and bless them. Next week, here on NXT, it is announced that Tyler Breeze will go one-on-one with Jackson Riker.
Take all my money right now.
Can't fucking wait. It'll be Pete Dunne versus Roderick Strong. And the semifinals match, the last one, Bronson Reed versus Cameron Grimes from the Breakout Tournament. That is next week. But let's go to our main event of tonight. Keith Lee versus Damian Priest. I'm going to go on the record right now and say I did not like this match.
Neither did I. This was shit. There was one good moment. We'll get to it.
Keith Lee last week. Was it last week? He like kind of turned heel. He was like, "Yo, people." It's the same thing Shane Thorne was saying today.
Yeah.
People, there's 8 new superstars. Why didn't I get this opportunity?
He was moaning.
Yeah, but rightfully so. Like this is like kayfabe. You're supposed to be a heel, but like us watching, you're like, yeah, I actually agree with you.
Yeah,
like, you were looked over. You're Keith Lee. You're really good. So last week I saw as that was the change of his character.
Yeah.
And then he comes out and he's smiling. He's in his indie looking gear. Nothing's changed.
He seemed a bit cockier with it, but
yeah,
it needed to be a bit more like if they are turning him, I want okay, you look at Io Shirai, you are a heel now.
Right.
You get it. Whereas he kind of did the same things, but maybe just because of the context of what he said last week, I'm reading into it that he's doing it in a more cocky way. I don't know.
Because he's still a face here, because the crowd was still into him here.
But also, you don't know how much the crowd have seen. If the crowd haven't seen these videos, promos, like they might just think he's a face.
At Full Sail, they don't usually play a lot of the things. Like you don't get to see most of these things. So yeah, it's true. They could just be. They still cheered for him.
Yeah,
and he still came out regularly in my opinion, like with his gear and shit. So Damian Priest comes out. His entrance is cool with the arrows and the flames and stuff. And they got a cool camera shot of him when he comes into the ring. He does this like pose, and then it shows the Titantron in the background that has like the fire, and then he's doing this like cool pose.
Yeah,
like they're clearly working on that, so that looks cool. But he still kind of needs to work on his in ring, because then we had to watch the match. The match, Mauro Ranallo mentions we talked about how for the past few weeks commentary keeps saying about enter. Ex-wrestler loves a pint and a fight, or loves going out and fighting. Well, if you want to know a little bit about Damian Priest, Mauro says that he just loves the nightlife.
He loves doing blow and then kicking someone in the face.
That's literally what I'm like, oh, you look like a guy who goes to a lot of after-hours clubs. Places I don't want to go to at all. You look like that guy. That's exactly it. And that he's here to bring the party of pain. That's what he said. the match starts off. These two, they keep kind of like trying to lock up, but Keith Lee is like, no, 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 no. I'm stronger than you. Priest goes for like a bunch of kicks because he's like a striker kind of thing.
Yeah.
And he keeps doing these, like, for his size, he does a lot of crazy things. Both of these guys. And Keith Lee ducks a bunch of kicks, and Keith Lee goes for his own like jumping like cross kick and look so cool. But Damien dodges it as well, and that's where they kind of have this standoff early on.
Or as my notes has auto-corrected it, the humping heel kick.
Nice.
Why are you auto-correcting jumping? That's a real word. But I don't know. But yeah, this excited me. I love the ducks.
The humping?
And then the humping kick was awesome.
Him ducking.
And the crowd like woke up, and I was like, oh, we're in for something special here.
And
then it just took a turd. Like, just...
Did you say took a turn or took a turd?
Both.
Yeah. They could have done that in the match. It would have been a little bit entertaining. I like to give these guys a chance, but I was falling asleep. There's a spot where Lee is working the arm, kind of like Undertaker used to before old school. Lifts the guy up like high in the air from the wrist lock, and drops him down. He hits some of that. Priest hits some like low super kick, sending Keith Lee like kind of face first into the turnbuckle. The pacing of this was really slow, which I was like, it's just not really meshing well for me. Priest goes for like this like rope walk into a cross body. He goes for this move where he like pretends he's gonna hit you with like an arrow, like Hawkeye, but it gets blocked. Keith Lee blocks that move. Again, goes for like wrist control. He's been watching Okada in the G1. He doesn't let go of the wrist. He maintains wrist control and hits short-armed clotheslines, just a series of them. Priest at some point goes for the Falcon Arrow, which is cool because he's calling himself the Archer, I guess, right? But he can't do it. He can't lift him. But then after these short arm clotheslines, he finally counters one and does, in fact, hit the Falcon Arrow on Keith Lee. Only a 2 count. Keith Lee hits some sort of pounce kind of move, and Damian Priest just didn't know how to sell that because he was just like in air and just like falls, but like with his hands. It looked funny to me. I laughed. Then Keith Lee is outside the ring near the entrance ramp, and this is the cool spot I think you're talking about. Oh, you're talking about earlier.
I preferred the kick earlier, the duck.
Well, because they kind of messed this really cool spot up.
Yeah.
This is why this match made me upset. You lost. You had my attention early with the kick thing.
Yeah. And
I was like, okay. And then you lost me because it was just so slow. There wasn't really much going on. I was like, okay, it's kind of really sloppy. But then this spot happens. Keith Lee is on the outside, and Damian Priest runs from inside the ring, does a tope over the ropes. Keith Lee catches him like nothing, light work, and is about to powerbomb him. So think about it. A guy goes over the top ropes for like over a jumping tope, like jumping over a somersault. Keith Lee catches him, doesn't even move. His feet don't move.
A big guy. This isn't like Rey Mysterio.
No, this is not a cruiserweight. This is a
big dude.
Keith Lee is big, but Damian Priest is also big. So him catching him like this is very impressive. So he has him now like in a powerbomb stance. The apron is right there. Instead of powerbombing him on the apron, Damian Priest counters out of that and lands on his feet and throws him into the steel steps.
Nothing happens. Yeah.
And nothing happens. What? You ruined such a great spot. The crowd was they're like, oh my God, that's so cool. Okay. So what? Well, then why did you do that then? That was just like asking for a hernia for no reason.
Yeah.
You didn't even go through with a move. I just didn't understand that spot
at
all. It made me so mad. It's like, what? Why did you do that? They go back into the ring, and there's a cyclone boot from Damian Priest, and then the rolling cutter, which he calls the Reckoning, and Damian Priest pins Keith Lee. And I was happy it was over.
Very dull match.
What a main event.
Both these guys really needed to prove themselves, and this was not it. As I said, I got really excited with that humping heel kick early on with the duck. I was like, oh. Then they did nothing after that. They did nothing.
Even the cool spot.
There was Damian Priest hit a Falcon Arrow to Keith Lee, which was impressive, but Mauro sounded way louder than the whole crowd reacting to this.
Yeah.
And then the tope that was caught, as you said, he should have done something.
He should have slammed him from it.
What this match felt like to me, this felt like This felt like a match at Access.
Oh.
So it feels like when you're at Access and you're like, oh, Keith Lee, Damian Priest, and neither guy is really doing much because it's Access. Like the treat is just being able to see them. Also, it felt like both guys were wrestling where they wanted to get their shit in, but didn't want to look weak. So they were doing cool spots that led to nowhere.
Sure.
Because the other guy didn't want to sell taking it, I guess.
Yeah, it felt like we don't want to hurt either of these guys, but at the same time, one of them has to lose. It just didn't work.
Whereas if you had like the power bomb on the apron and then Priest still wins, I think both guys look cool.
Yeah, should have done
this was very dull. I think the rolling cutter is the wrong move for
especially
for
if you
Priest.
do it not as good as other people.
And on a big guy like
imagine someone like it's similar to an RKO. It's a cutter, it's the crossroads. It's the rolling of the
rolling
dice.
Yeah.
Now we see. Imagine some new wrestler shows up and he starts doing the RKO, starts doing the diamond cutter, but he does it shit.
Yeah.
Then you're not doing that move no more. You can't do that move.
I think it's hard doing it on a bigger guy.
But we've seen him do it on jobbers and couldn't do it on them. It doesn't look good either.
He's someone, I know they're overdone right now, but that needs like a striking finish.
His gimmick here is supposed to be he does strikes because like his whole thing is strikes. But I think it was you who said like last week, like his strikes look sloppy.
Yeah.
So like, what's the point of having strikes if they don't look good?
Yeah.
So if you don't look good doing strikes, look good doing something else. I don't know.
No, this really disappointed me.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
not impressed with Keith Lee.
Which is sad
because there's potential there. And the other thing is these guys aren't green.
No.
Like they've been around for a bit. This isn't good enough.
I think the problem here was not Keith Lee. I think the problem here was
it's both.
No, I think
Keith Lee doesn't know his character.
Sure.
It's not enough for me.
Keith Lee should join forces with him. They should start going partying.
Yeah.
Going to after hours. Then he'll change his gear. My problem with Keith Lee is that gear. He looks like an indie guy.
I want so these two against Britain Brawlers, but you have like the whole like Goldberg being knocked on the door.
Yeah.
You have split screen.
Okay.
We have like Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan with a pint at a pub at Weatherspoons, and then the landlord comes over and goes, "Right, you're on." Like, get up, slam their pint down on the bottom of the screen. You've got Damian Priest and Keith Lee at Comfort Zone doing a line, walking out. Both. It would be cool if it was like the AEW like dual ramp, and then coming down ready to fight.
Yeah, all I can imagine now is Damian Priest's gimmick is he's just at after hours. That's his gimmick. Like, but he maybe doing a bump would help him have a better match. I don't know. Yeah. I really don't know. It didn't click for me. I think Keith Lee could go far. It's just not happening right.
It's a shame that Dijakovic match never happened.
Yeah, fair. Maybe they're just waiting for that. I don't know.
And I feel they're sort of making this maybe the Dijakovic feud. But yeah, not good enough. And I think I
need to see vignettes of
another like average NXT show. It's a shame.
Yeah.
I hate being negative about this show.
Yeah,
I feel like we're the positive show and we've just been a bit down on it.
And you know what? It's unfortunate because come October, they got to step it up for Wednesday night supremacy.
Yeah.
The battle of Wednesday night, AEW on TNT versus NXT on the WWE Network.
Yeah.
So like, if you're giving me shit like this, no offense to them, but I'm gonna click elsewhere.
Yeah.
To watch.
It's a shame.
This is a WWE 1 hour show. Is the AEW show gonna be live?
Because, it is,
Because then I'm gonna watch that.
Yeah.
And I do a show on NXT. I can watch this after.
Yeah.
They're gonna lose me to the AEW, and that's me. And I bleed the yellow brand here.
Yeah.
But you can't put this out and think I'm not gonna go elsewhere.
No.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't know. Maybe we'll see. Also, don't make it 2 hours.
NXT, no.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Please don't do that. and just leave it on the network. I know there's things coming out. Maybe there's different tiers of the WWE network.
Yeah, like I think this morning, like WXW and Progress and things were putting out kind of cryptic tweets.
Okay.
So by the time this podcast's probably out,
sure,
it's probably all confirmed.
Right.
What's happening?
But
the network is in for a change.
Good and bad, maybe. I don't know. We shall see. Should we go to some feedback?
Let us do it.
Forum.postwrestling.com. Every Wednesday night when NXT airs, we post this up, and you can go and join up. It's free on the Post Wrestling Forum. You can write comments or questions that we will read here on the show. I will start here with Mystery. He says, I was sitting here thinking about NXT tonight, and it was fine. Very sad, noted, smug asshole Garza lost. I have no clue why they are trying to do this with Bianca right now. There's no room for her in the title picture. The takeover match stipulations for Cole and Gargano are not good. Dying at Candice LeRae being booed when she crashed the Io Casey match. I don't think this heel turn is working out the way creative envisions it. That being said, Candice and Io needs to be a takeover match. I don't know if you guys saw it or want to see it, but someone uploaded the entire Casey Io match from a recent house show on YouTube. It was a fun watch. If you want it, let me know and I'll see about sending it to you on Twitter. Also, I have a little theory, but I feel like if Gargano loses at TakeOver, he is getting called up. If so, could you see Candice being called up alongside him? No.
I don't think there's any room for either of them at the moment.
Definitely not.
I agree and disagree about the match steps for Cole Gargano. I think these guys have proved what they can do in just wrestling matches.
Yeah,
I think add a few more gimmicks with the no DQ. I think the match is going to be incredible. It's not. You don't want to make it too gimmicky, and I think we will have that with the third.
I think people are maybe overlooking that. They're like, oh, it's a 3 stages of hell match. Like, think back when we've seen these. Like, look at some stipulations we've seen in wrestling, and you can argue that they're good or bad, but like, in my opinion, I don't need to see Inferno matches or hard. Like, I don't need to see some of these crazy gimmicks. I'm
pretty sure the great one, the Triple H Austin match. I'm pretty sure that went regular singles match.
Yeah.
No holds barred, and then
it
cage.
goes. It's 3 stages of hell.
Yeah. I think the match is going to be fantastic, and you don't want to throw too much crazy stuff at it.
Yeah. Also,
save that for the third fall.
Wrestling has evolved. We've seen them just have wrestling matches, and they've destroyed anything you've seen that are gimmicks. So, like, I don't need to see some.
Do you think we're going to get Regal announce in a week or two the final thing, or do you think it's going to be 1-1? Regal comes out, both men are like dead in each corner, and he goes like,
"Damn, I don't know.
Hang that belt up. Let's get some ladders out here."
You could do that.
I think that would be kind of cool. I think save it for the night. Have a little surprise what's going to go on.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Or just finish it 2 straight forwards and everyone's like, what?
What about the third fall?
And Regal's like, oh, I had planned the first Inferno Hell in a Cell match, barbed wire thumbtacks. And everyone's like, what? It's like, yeah, but sorry, Adam Cole just beat him 2 falls straight.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Let's go with
that. Chabelle. The breakout stars are awesome. Miles has everything. I love his facial expressions. Oh. Okay. Am I the only one who thinks Garza looks like a Mexican version of TJP? I don't know.
Oh, you think their faces look similar a little bit, I guess.
Dream just dethroned Joe Poe for Vince impersonation. Yes. Seriously, done, Roddy and Dream. Take all my money, my credit card, my house, and if I have to, my wife, for damn sake. Don't worry. I mean, the match is just happening. You can keep your wife.
I mean, Pete Dunne has that beard now. I think your wife's fine.
Yeah. Regal is shit on TV, and why did they pair a segment with the worst promo on the planet, Roderick Strong?
Oh.
No question. Just one thing. You guys are awesome. Shirai gets me high. Conti gets me. Yeah, okay. Yep. Chabelle, message Jesse from the 6. There.
Oh, he's looking for tickets to take over. Right. Let's go to Eva from London. I'll try to keep this short. Breakout match was solid. Garza with the great heel work and Miles with a sick German suplex for the win. Is it just me or does Dream seem more heelish than usual? His ducking of Roddy and then Dunn came off cowardly. Regal had to put them into the Toronto match. Lee versus Priest was awesome. Great match and back and forth. Question, did either of you catch the Twitter feud Tuesday involving trans wrestler Casey Dillon and a transphobic aspiring wrestler that saw the likes of Massini Mercedes Martinez, Blackwood, and Jordan Grace. Yeah, I did see this. There was a wrestler that was saying a bunch of things, and the wrestlers were like, "Hey, like, what's your deal?" Kind of like weird online bullying for no reason. Okay. So I always like to see wrestlers like coming out and supporting and standing up for each other. And they end off with "Congrats on the tailgate sellout."
Thank you very much.
But going back, they said here that Dream seems more heelish.
I don't know.
No, he's always like
he's always in the middle.
Yeah, which I like. That's what I like about that character. Yeah. And they really liked the main event.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
Brady from Postmate.
Io
Shirai was the third most attractive woman in that segment. Hashtag Casey makes me hazy. Hashtag sweet as Candice. What's shaking, William Regal? That was it. Okay.
Wow.
Thanks for your input.
He's been hanging out with Damian Priest at the after hours. Pick Japan. Miles of Smiles is flashy, but he lacks depth of a character for me to care. Miles is someone who would benefit for being part of something like the New Day. Garza's pants are too bright for the lighting in the studio. Or another way to look at it, the lighting isn't very good in the studio. NXT has intentionally chosen a darker look than the Vince McMahon produced shows, and sometimes that is a good thing, but I find it problematic. Aside the problem, the dark mat sometimes happen when Ring of Honor and New Japan do dark shows. It may seem out of place, but I go on about production values. But with AEW starting on Wednesdays in October, there's going to be a lot of comparisons between WWE and AEW. He says that if WWE decides to run NXT on FS1 opposite AEW on TNT, then NXT with their current production will seem a bit down market. Another example, not having a mic nearby Io during her Japanese rant after the Candice attack, depriving us of the fun and angry Japanese cursing. Yes, the Japanese cursing is fun. I don't think I think the NXT production is still quite fine, depending on how you look
I like
at
that
it.
It's different.
Yeah, it's still kind of like developmental kind of thing, is what they continue on to say here. They say that even Xia Li is already better than some of the people on Raw and SmackDown. He says Mia Yim's recidivism is of the crimes of assault and battery, calls out for a parole officer. I know you know Stokely.
Yeah.
On Twitter, so NXT Twitter posted the video of Mia Yim attacking in the lockers. Right. Stokely took that video and CC'd the Orlando police.
Brilliant.
Snitches get stitches, though. He continues saying, Roderick Strong's promo was weak in the ring. Whoever wrote it really lacked passion. It doesn't help Roddy, as he already comes off as a lesser star compared to Dream or Dunn. And especially against the great William Regal. And whoever directed Strong to say title opportunity should be shot, because the last thing era should sound like are Vince's stooges. This episode was all about setting up the next takeover. Nothing really memorable. Ahoy, and admit it, you miss her.
Of course. Don't even need to admit it. It's just facts. MJ from NJ. MJ coming to the 6 in 2 weeks. Hey. Undisputed Era is leaving Toronto draped in gold, and that is as undisputed as a BDE sellout. Ooh. Baby!
Nice, I like it.
I think he's been with Damian Priest as well.
Let's go to our last one here. Bray. Hey, gang, I don't know about you guys, but tonight's episode has made me extremely excited for TakeOver. So much so, I considered selling my current ticket and buying a better seat. I love Johnny's new street fight fetish and the smugness of Adam Cole wanting a traditional match. Street fight fetish, I love that. I was very happy to see Pete Dunne return, and I think the triple threat has the potential to steal the show. Hoping we manage to see Candice versus Io on the card as well. See you lads at the tailgate. Bray from Newfoundland.
Well, hey!
Wow, awesome.
Yeah. I think people seem more high on the show than we were today.
I was definitely I'm getting some mixed things, but I think I need to see Io and Candice at some capacity on the takeover card in Toronto, and I think we'll be okay. I think
takeover is going to be fantastic.
Yeah, Triple H isn't missing lately, and especially with the AEW competition kind of thing.
Yeah,
I think he likes to stick it to, especially after was it Cody Rhodes doing the smashing of the thing? Yeah. Triple H is like, I don't give a fuck. That's how I see Triple H, especially when he was all the memes from the Raw reunion of Triple H just kind of chilling there with his hands in his pockets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think Takeover is going to be great. But yeah, just still a bit underwhelmed with the TV right now. It's not bad. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. It's not bad. I think we're just used to excellent.
Yeah. We're used to like really compelling storytelling and like things moving properly. Also, like, we don't know. They could have had things in place and Vince, plucks people out of things and we've been screwed over kind of thing. But
fuck you, Vince.
Yeah, essentially. So that's NXT for this week. Thanks for anyone who bought tickets for the tailgate. And I know I'm getting a lot of messages from people from all over the world who are coming for SummerSlam weekend, who are like, I would buy a ticket if I could. Well, thank you very much. Buy a t-shirt at prowrestlingtees.com/upNXT.
Absolutely.
And follow us on our socials. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I am at the Brady.
And I am at Davey Portman.
And we'll talk to you next week and every week here when we talk about NXT leading up to TakeOver Toronto. And then we'll be doing a live show after that as well. So look forward to that coming up.
Yeah, follow BDE Official on YouTube.
Yes. So again, thanks for everyone for all the love and support for the sellout, if you will. That's undisputed.
That is undisputed.
Should we end everything? Oh, I don't know. I got it.
We've got it.
No. Got it. Let's try this. All right, ready. So thanks, everyone. We'll talk to you next week. Take care. Be safe.
Ahoy!
And that's BDE.
Oh. Oh.
You see, boys and girls, that's BDE. All right, goodbye.